Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about my budgeting process. I have been working in and around finance for the past 5 years, and in the past year and a half I've been working specifically in financial planning, and I've developed my own money habits and budgeting processes over the past 5 years as you kind of learn more and dive into the different techniques that can be implemented in your financial life. As always, if you like this kind of content, make sure you like the video, subscribe and comment down below any budgeting methods that you may have tried. Also share the video with somebody if you think this may benefit them. Okay, so let's get into the video. The way that I am currently budgeting that I think has worked best for me so far, I always talk about automating my finances on this channel, which I think is a really powerful way, and you can really implement it in budgeting especially. So this whole process is kind of based around automation, and how it works is I have my income that comes into one account, so everything is paid into this one account, and then I have a budget for the month. So I firstly pay myself first, and that money is set up direct debits to go to my ISA and my emergency savings account, so that's automatically taken out when I am paid on the first of the month. Then I have my set monthly bills, which I know exactly how much they're going to be each month. They're set up with standing orders, so on the first of the month when I'm paid, they're just sent straight out to where they need to go, and then the remaining amount I send to a different account. The account that I spend out of is Starling. I really like Starling, and this has helped me massively with my budgeting. They categorize any spending that you have throughout the month, and you can view it on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, which I really like, and you'll see later on how I implement that in my budget plan. One of the main reasons I like automation so much when it comes to finances and especially budgeting is because it takes the human emotional side out of budgeting. For example, if I have £100 going to my cash savings that I know is good for my long-term goals 1 month, and I say, oh, actually I could do with that £100, and my emotions might kick in and I'll just keep that £100 to spend. Instead, automation is already sent out to my cash savings account, so that's fine. That takes the emotional side out of it, and that's away there. And that's one of the most powerful things that I've applied to my own finances. So now that we have everything automated in terms of standing orders and direct debits that are going out, I move over to this Excel spreadsheet that I kind of built. So here you can see on the first tab I have my savings goal tracker, which basically along the top here I have the different accounts that I have. Then you set savings goals, so say my saving goal is 5,000 for the lifetime ISA. The starting amount, so I do a new sheet every year, so the starting amount says £2,000. You can add in the contributions each month or withdrawals by putting in a minus, and that tallies up the top here. So say in March I put in £200, there we go. So the current balance tops up, and it shows against your savings goals the percentage that you've saved towards that goal, and then it tallies it all up in the total here at the end. So that's really useful for me to just keep a track of all my different savings goals and the different pots that I have and how much I'm paying in each month. Next, I move over to the expenses. So this one is kind of where I track that automation that I was talking about earlier. So to start off with, I would put in the income box, say I make 2,000, and that's after tax, so the amount that I actually have to spend. And then I put in each expense down here. So these are the different standing order expenses that I know exactly how much I'm going to be paying each month for. Then here we have the save and invest, which are direct debit expenses. And then here it gives disposable income. So that is basically the income that you get minus the fixed bills and savings and investments each month. And here my disposable income is the amount that I actually have to spend each month. That may be, and then I send that straight to my Starling account. And that may be split up. If I know there's something coming up that month, like I am going on a night out or I want new clothes or something, I might put some of that away into a pot within the Starling app. But in the main, it's there to be spent that month. So this is one of the reasons why I love Starling as well. So your spending gets categorized, and you can view that at the end of each month or weekly if that's how you want to track it. A lot of people really meticulously track their spending, so like every single day they'll write down exactly how much they spent, but I just can't be bothered with that. So instead I use the Starling app to categorize for me, and then at the end of the month I come into this tab on my spreadsheet and I put in the amount that I spent per month. So say I spent £200 in January.
On payments, £100.
And then it gives me a total. And then I can just do that throughout the year, all the way to the end of the year, just to kind of compare how much I've spent each month. And I also have a tab for credit cards. So say I had an Amex or a Barclays card, then I could put the balance for that month on there, just to keep track of how much I've spent on my credit card throughout the year and how much I've paid off. Usually I'll pay that off in full. Well, I make sure that I pay it off in full, so that doesn't really sit there. And yeah, that is basically how I budget on a month-to-month basis. Again, with that automation, that is really key. But in order to get that, you first need to know exactly how much you make and how much you're spending on a monthly basis, which is where the Excel spreadsheet really comes in. If you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment some budgeting tips that you have down below, and I'll see you in the next video.